Well, hey guys, I'm still hanging on strong with my Happy Holidays mug, even though the holidays have come and gone quite a while ago. But hey, before you know it, they'll be back, so I won't have to unpack a mug. Anyways, as you guys can tell from the title and thumbnail of today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 hand creams. The reason I wanted to do this video is because I think hand creams are a really important thing to consider introducing into your everyday skincare, particularly in the winter time. Hand creams should be free of added fragrance, and they should be free of added irritating ingredients. The reason it's important to use a hand cream is that as we wash our hands throughout the day, we dissolve some of the natural lipid barrier on the skin surface and then begin to lose water from the hands. That can result in dryness and irritation. And so using a moisturizing hand cream consistently can help to combat that dryness and protect the skin and keep the skin barrier stronger and healthier. And that's also important because you can get little small fissures in the hands from just excessive dryness. That can be painful, uncomfortable, and it opens your skin up to little bacteria getting in there, maybe an infection, a skin infection, or more commonly, skin fungus on the hands. Tinea manum is not uncommon, and that also can affect the nails as well. So dry, cracked, fissured skin is kind of a predisposing factor for having a skin fungal infection there. So I mentioned that the hand cream should be free of added fragrance and other irritating ingredients. Really what they should, their main function is to be a skin protectant. So you want to avoid excessive ingredients or irritating ingredients. And another reason why that's important, I know I'm going on and on here, but I want to make some key points, is that the stuff that we put on our hands, we may not realize it, but that easily gets transferred to our face, and particularly the thin skin around the eyelids. And if you're using something on your hands that's got irritating ingredients in it, while the skin on the palms is super thick, it may not be bothersome to the skin of your hands. You can transfer it to the skin of your face, and the thin skin around your eyelids can be easily irritated by it. So those that I have included here are free of added fragrance and irritating, annoying ingredients. One way to use them, I mentioned earlier, of course, putting them on after you have washed your hands a couple of times throughout the day. But another way that I really like to use hand creams is at nighttime before I go to bed, to put them on to my hands and then cover the hands with a white cotton glove. And this helps to drive the moisturizer into the skin and really amps up their performance, so to speak. And that's something we frequently will tell patients to do who are coping with a hand dermatitis, to use a really thick ointment or balm on the hands and cover it with gloves at nighttime. One last point, you do need to protect the skin of your hands from the sun. Photoaging on the backs of the hands is a major cosmetic concern in your adult years, but not only that, you can get skin cancers on the backs of your hands or on your hands. So putting your sunscreen on your hands is a really good idea, and that actually serves as a moisturizer and will help your skin barrier as well. But the products that I'm mentioning in today's video do not include sunscreen, and the reason is that these are skin protectants. They're formulated with ingredients like dimethicone, petrolatum, and those ingredients at the concentrations that they are in these products is really quite high, and they're intended to really make a nice seal. Sunscreen ingredients don't go into those vehicles particularly well. So these don't have sunscreen, but you certainly would be then again reapplying your sunscreen on over the moisturizer periodically throughout the day as well. But these are really just aiming to help your skin barrier, particularly with hand washing and in the winter time before you go to bed, to give you a little bit of extra hydration from dry winter air. All right, the first hand cream that is newer to me, it's newer, that I really adore, it's not actually a true hand cream, it's just a cream, is the Eucerin Roughness Relief Cream. The reason I love this and why it's a fantastic hand cream is that it contains the ingredient urea. Urea is an ingredient that is a phenomenal humectant. It also can help soften dry, thick, scaly areas on the hands. If you've got fissures, this is a really good ingredient for helping to hydrate those up and helping the skin to heal over those cracks and whatnot. It's a really good ingredient for thick, rough, and bumpy skin, including on the hands and on the bottoms of the feet. So I really love the Eucerin Roughness Relief Cream. Not only does it have urea, it also has lactic acid, alpha hydroxy acid that functions as a humectant and can, again, help in acidifying, the acidification and in the acid mantle maintenance, if you will, of your skin barrier. It really help in terms of the biochemistry that goes on in your skin barrier. It's a good ingredient. And then it's got an emollient in it, sunflower seed oil. It's very, very hydrating, wonderful, thick hand cream, total body cream. It works really well also if you've got keratosis pilaris on your legs, on your body. It's a great cream. All right, a second hand cream that is fantastic. I strongly recommend it. It's on the pricier side, but it's amazing. I mean, I use this not only in my hands, but I've used it on my lips a fair amount. It is the Theraplex Barrier Balm for dry, sensitive skin. This product has petrolatum, which is a skin protectant. It's not a dangerous ingredient, by the way. I have, or I will have soon, a video on talking about petrolatum and mineral oil and why they are not dangerous. But this is special fractionated petrolatum. So very nice ingredient, and then it's also formulated with cyclomethicone, another skin protectant, and microcrystalline wax. The reason I like this is that it's not super sticky or greasy, so when you put it on your hands, this is really great actually, you know, throughout the day because it's not super sticky. You wash your hands, you put it on, and then you go, you know, back to typing on the computer, and it's not gonna leave a greasy residue. So I really like that. So yeah, that one's fantastic. And then another one that I've mentioned before that has a similar benefit of not being super greasy is the Neutrogena Norwegian Formula hand cream, the fragrance-free one. Make sure you get the fragrance-free one. This I have used for years and I love it. This is actually what I've mostly used the majority of my adult life, if you will, as a hand moisturizer throughout the day with hand washing is this, because it's not sticky or greasy. So it's really good and I strongly recommend it. For those of you in Europe, I'm not sure which countries in Europe, but a viewer sent me this product and it's fantastic. It is Ombia Med hand cream with 5% urea. So again, urea is a phenomenal ingredient for thicker areas of the body in particular, like your hands or your feet. And this has glycerin, another wonderful humectant in it. And they make actually two, and I recommend both of them, even though I'm only giving you, well, even though this video is titled My 5 Favorites. They actually make two that are both very good. One has niacinamide in it, the B3, and the other does not. So niacinamide is a fantastic ingredient for helping the skin barrier. It's anti-inflammatory, it's calming and soothing, but some people find that it stings and irritates them. So, you know, if that's you, then choose the one without. They're both equally good, and I like them both. All right, and then last but not least is the Aveeno Cracked Skin Relief Cica Balm. This is newer from Aveeno, and it is a dimethicone-based ointment that is a wonderful skin protectant, really thick. This one is a little bit more on the greasy side. I really like using this at nighttime on my hands and feet, all over my body actually. It's a great moisturizer for the body. It's just really, really occlusive, really will help with winter dry skin. In fact, I think I mentioned this in my balms and ointments for winter skin. Not only does it have dimethicone, it also has colloidal oatmeal. I have a video talking about colloidal oatmeal, but that too is an ingredient that's a wonderful humectant, has amazing hydrating properties. And I mean, obviously all of the Aveeno products have colloidal oatmeal in them. It's something that's a mainstay in eczema therapy. So this is, you know, I love this. I've got to say though, it's not strikingly different from the Aveeno Eczema Therapy Balm that I've recommended in the past and still recommend. So, you know, if you have that, that works too. You don't need to go out and buy another product. But if you're looking for a product and you're wondering about this, I strongly recommend it. It's very good. Is it better than that? No. I mean, they're essentially the same, but I don't want to list every Aveeno balm here. And this one I happen to have currently and be using and really like. So this is a great one. Those are my favorite hand creams. And, you know, I touched a little bit on, no pun intended, on the beginning of the video about, you know, you want to avoid irritating ingredients. I'm going to list down below in the description box some commonly offensive ingredients that you should avoid, namely fragrance. And fragrance goes by a lot of different names, so it's not always super obvious. Fragrance and essential oils can be very irritating, and they can transfer to your face, and when the skin on the hands has cracks and whatnot, you really just don't want to expose yourself to that stuff. Also, other ingredients to avoid: methyl isothiazolinone. It is a preservative in which people are really developing allergies to at an alarming rate. It has replaced parabens in the advent of paraben phobia. So, I'm really cracking down on that ingredient actually moving forward and trying to encourage you guys, just like I encourage you to attempt to avoid fragrance, to attempt to avoid methyl isothiazolinone, because I see it as becoming, and it is equally problematic as added fragrance. And we have so many other preservatives that do a wonderful job that it's not necessary. That being said, most of these products that I recommended in today's video, they're ointments, they're balms, they have a very low to zero water content. And so they're not a hospitable environment for bacterial or fungal growth whatsoever, which is good. So they don't necessarily require the level of preservatives that more water-based products do. I also will list down below in the description box my favorite gloves that I currently use. They're by Remedywear. They are pricey, and honestly, you don't need this particular brand of gloves. You can get white cotton gloves at the drugstore for really inexpensive. I'll see if I can't find some also online just to show you guys. I just happen to love the Remedywear gloves. I love their socks. They're some of my favorite trouser socks. So I'll list them down below for you guys if you're in the market for gloves for really increasing the performance of your hand moisturizers. They can definitely be really helpful. So comment below and if you guys have any hand cream favorites, but I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.